What is up, guys? It's Josh Wheeler here. Wanted to come at you, make this video real quick about how to overcome being stressed. Stress is one of those things that affects a lot of us. It affects me from time to time, and there's actually 3 simple things that you have to do to overcome stress, and so I wanted to share those with you. Hopefully that'll make you to have a better life. So with that, let's cue the intro.
You can't touch this.
What is up, guys? It's Josh Wheeler back here with you. And if you don't know me yet, I'm an internet entrepreneur. I have 3 online businesses that make me money each and every day, even while I sleep. You can read a little bit more about me in the description below. But let's go ahead and get back to the question at hand. How do you deal with stress? So stress is one of those things that can be really, really challenging to deal with. Man, it affects you physically, it affects you mentally, emotionally, it affects your relationships, and it can really just destroy a lot of things that you're trying to build up. Really, our outside external reality is just a manifestation of what we have going on inside. And if you don't believe that, just think about how you feel when you're angry. What happens around you when you're angry? If you're angry, a lot of times your relationships with your friends, your coworkers, your family, it goes down significantly because you are manifesting anger out towards them. And so it's really, really important that we have our minds right if we want to be successful. So dealing with stress, first of all, let's talk about what is stress. Stress is, if you look at a scientific definition, they'll say, well, it's, an increase in cortisol, decrease in testosterone, blah, blah, blah. Really, I think what it comes down to, stress is a manifestation of fear. So what do I mean by that? So your fear is what causes you to be stressed out. And think about a time when you're stressed. So I'm stressed at work. Man, I got to get this project done. I'm so stressed. I have to get this project done at work. Well, why are you stressed? Well, because I've got this tight deadline. No, seriously, why are you stressed? Think about it. Because if I don't get this project done, then XYZ will happen. I'll get fired, or, I may not get that promotion that I want. So it's a fear of loss, as you can see from that example. Stress comes from fear, and it's true in almost every single situation. The reason why you feel stressed is because you have a fear of something happening or not happening due to you not being able to do a specific action. So, how do we change this? Well, the very first thing that we have to do is we've got to change our physical posture. So, if you think about how you look when you're stressed, a lot of times you're uptight, your shoulders are tight, and I'm kind of exaggerating it here. Your shoulders are tight, you're breathing quick, you've got all these physical manifestations going on. The very first thing you got to do is relax. Just take a minute. Just let your shoulders down. Breathe. Deep breaths. Breathe, 10 breaths. Do that for a few minutes. Just relax and breathe. A good thing to do is to smile. There was actually a study done at UC Berkeley where there were people who were depressed, and they were actually able to completely change their depression by changing their physical posture. And that's all they did. They didn't do medication, they didn't do anything. It was just changing their posture. And they stood in a mirror, they put their shoulders down, they breathed deeply, and they smiled for 20 minutes in the morning. And that was able to stop clinical depression, clinically diagnosed depression, for in a matter of about 20 or 30 days. They were able to completely get these people off this medication. So stress is the same way. You're uptight, you gotta relax. Put your head back. Just relax, breathe it in. All right, so number 2 thing that you gotta do. You have to change your mental focus. A lot of times when we're stressed, we're focusing on the thing that is stressing us, which just makes it that 10,000 times more, and what'll happen is, as you focus on that, you will become more and more stressed. And it's this feedback loop that I've got this stimulus, so this happens, and it makes me think about this, and so I get more stressed and more uptight, and now my body posture is changing. I'm more uptight. And it continues to get worse and worse. So we've got to change what we're focusing on, because what you focus on is your reality. It's your mental reality. Think about this. If you have somebody that you love and you think about just spending time with them, just having that great time with them, you know, you're out at the beach, not a care in the world, you're focused on them, you're focused on the experience, and so you're not going to be stressed. So you've got to change your mental focus as well to something that brings you joy. Now, if you can do those first two things, you're going to have massive results. Now, again, if you make a small change, you're going to get a small reaction. Cause and effect. We know this from Newton's law, right? If you do something small, then you only get a small feedback. If you do something large, you're going to get a big feedback. And so it's really important that you spend, 20, 30 minutes actually practicing these techniques, because that's going to make that massive change that you're looking for to deal with stress. Okay? So the first thing you got to do, change your posture. Second thing you've got to do, change your mental focus. And the third thing you got to do is change what you are thinking about.